about a family situation. And I do feel like this could be something to do with marriage, divorce, having a child, like the core elements that decide how a family operates or, what's going on. There's a secret here that has been kept for years. And it could be, who's the real father, or even who's the real mother, or, were you adopted, or, what was this difficult thing that happened when you were age 4? There's a secret here, and someone is finally saying, this is what happened, or this is the thing, that most of the family members have tried to avoid or kind of keep hush hush. This secret now is going to be coming out. So I do feel like there's some tension or some awkwardness or anxiety because of this secret no longer being secret. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, along with more information on how to become a member and also how to find my homemade soy candles on Etsy. All right, let's dive in. We're going to start with the Weird Cat Tarot. Hello, Mert. How are you doing today? What else do we have? Hello, New Earth. How are you doing? Temperance, Judgment, Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So in order to keep the peace, a decision was made. In order to avoid upsetting the apple cart or causing a lot of drama, we had a decision that was made. It was like, what's the best for everyone, or what can we do to minimize the fallout or avoid scrutiny? And this is how a family came to decide, or perhaps an individual, about lying to the family, that a lie was better than the truth. That if we could just kind of like keep people away from knowing what really happened, that it would make things a lot easier. Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Magician in the reverse, Ten of Cups, and the Fool. Yeah, so domestic or family related issue that someone tried to control or tried to keep track of, right? Oh, this could get into some pretty difficult territory. Maybe there's even some criminal issues here. But I feel like more than likely this is about maintaining a reputation or making sure that like a family name was not ruined because of some sort of decision. And with the Fool, there is some new direction. Maybe someone's getting married. Maybe someone's having a child. Maybe somebody is looking up the family ancestry, doing the ancestry.com thing. But there is a family secret that comes out as a result of this like next generation trying to figure out what happened. Hello, CTF. How are you doing? Hello, Jamaica. Hello, Ryder. What else do we have? The Ace of Swords in the reverse, there's that lie, and the Five of Pentacles. We have to be cautious about what story we share with others regarding where somebody went, or perhaps the Five of Pentacles is about money. But I think this is someone disappeared. I'm seeing, oh crap, what was her name? What was the middle sister's name on Downton Abbey? I don't think I can remember. There does seem to be a concern over somebody disappearing, or like what happened to this couple, or why did things change. I almost want to say it's like we have a new parent or new parents that step up for a child because of like a reputation concern, or, we're going to say that that's your parents' child instead of yours because you're too young. There's information that was deemed to be too scandalous to share with the community at large. So that means we have to create some sort of illusion. We have to make sure that you can't actually put together 2 and 2 and figure out what happened. Hey, Lemonade, what's up? What else? Star in the reverse. The 9 of Cups. The Lovers. And the King of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm going to go ahead and say I do feel like we have hidden parents. I feel like this is a child. And it could be, like I said, someone was too young to be responsible for that, or maybe there was even some, lack of consent issues here. But we have a question mark with regards to why did this information come through and be shared as if it were truth when the evidence or the details that we have here clearly show that that's a lie. Why did we want to put some false information out as to, I think this is the identity of a parent or the parents. All right, this is Under the Oak. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, Donnell, I see you're back and looking to do some weird stuff. Donnell, I'm putting you in another timeout. I just don't know that you've ever made a comment in the live chat that actually applies to anything that somebody else has said or what the message is. So I encourage you to find another way to get your information out there or say what you got to say. Probably needs to be somewhere else though. Hello, Anamika, how are you doing? Aw. Of course you can. I have 10,000 free readings on my channel. But if you're looking to have a personal question answered, I do ask for a tip or a donation of a membership, or it depends on what the actual question is, right? There have been some folks on here. The question just kind of touched my soul. So, I do that every once in a while. But hello, Balin. How you doing? Hello, James. How's your day? And Balin, thank you for becoming a member. I think I just saw that added. Yeah. Let me know if I can pull a few cards for you. And hello, Joshua. I like that James always calls lemonade a $sign. Sounds good, Balin. And hello, Callan. How are you doing? Energy through the roof. That's good. I hope you take advantage of that. Get some stuff done. I mean, yeah, that's probably a cooler way to say it. All right, so we've got the Knight of Wands and the Moon in the reverse. I don't like that. It does feel a little bit predatory, or, there's someone here who has been kind of calculating or manipulative. We've got the 2 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. I didn't want it to go that way, or I didn't think that's what I was, signing myself up for. I think there is a younger couple that, I don't really like this expression, but falls pregnant. And there's either family that gets really controlling or manipulative over the situation, or the father feels like they can just dip. But there's drama and some frustration here. Lack of control, or a sense that this is too much. I don't know how I'm going to deal with all this. I don't think I'm ready for that kind of responsibility. Page of Cups in the reverse. Three of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, I do feel like this is younger parents. I do feel like there are people who are trying to like advise the younger parents. With the Page of Cups in the reverse, we could also have some issues regarding like mental health. But I'm more so looking at this Page of Cups in the reverse as someone who is not accepting an offer or is having a more negative view of the situation. And I do think this is someone who ends up making a decision without really thinking it through. And I do think this is a father running away. Now, this could happen or could have happened like 50 years ago, right? This doesn't have to be happening right now. But a family secret comes out and it has to do with who the real parents are or the drama that happened surrounding this birth. Because with the Ten of Cups, I do feel like there is an attempt made by a couple people here to make sure that the domestic like surroundings are what they should be, or that the reputation remains intact for a person who is pregnant or who was. Hello, Vaccinator. How are you doing? You need Michigan to win today? I hope they are favored. Perfect. Yes, I like it. Hello, Rio. How are you doing? Oh, come on, James. Don't you lie. You like my trolling. You like my jokes. You like it. You like the whack-a-mole. Who else out here playing whack-a-mole with a freaking wand? Yeah. Hello, Benji. How are you doing? Oh, you just popping into my live to judge me real quick? Hey, two things can be true at once. Benji, I'm going to ask you to keep it moving. If it's not your thing, boop. That's the beauty. But also, Benji, if it's not your thing, I would just say, like, don't comment on videos. That's not your thing, right? It was a good one. But I also liked that, well, skee ball is probably like my all-time favorite, to be honest. And I'm surprisingly decent at basketball, even though I'm like 5 foot nothing. Benji, to give a more measured response to your question, I believe my gift is from God. And therefore, when I am out here trying to help people discover what's blocking them or make a change that benefits their life, I think that's what God would want us to be doing, right? Having positive influences on other people. Maybe that'll help you understand. But no worries if you don't. It's okay. You've got the Two of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Wands in the reverse, and the Three of Wands. Lots of references to promiscuity or risky choices in that area of someone's life. And we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. I don't think this was loving. I don't think this was, you know, we've been together for like 3 years and we decided to finally, you know, try it out. And then this happened. Because we are talking about younger people, right? I do think that this is more so like a, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Didn't think things would escalate or get that serious. Hello, me, myself, and I. What's up? No worries, Benji. We could still be friends. I took it too sensitively. Let's say it that way. But fun fact, that is actually made from the pews that were in my grandparents' church. Sadly, they had to tear down the church, but I didn't want to just like throw everything away, you know? So I think it's kind of cool they did that. This is making me want to go and find a skee ball machine. I might have to do that later. Hello, Mark. How are you doing? How is Newcastle? We have the World, the Four of Wands, and the Wheel in the reverse. I believe there is someone who either struggled to have a child or somebody who seemed like a good solution to a younger couple having a child, a younger couple that was not prepared to care for that child. This could be like a secret adoption. And since I don't have that, you know, whoever this is that was not able to carry a child, I feel like they are able to experience being a parent because of this situation. So we have the Hermit and the Seven of Swords, the lie. So we'll find a way to hide who the real parents are. We'll find a way to hide what actually happened. And, you know, be able to also maybe help out a couple that was trying to start a family that found it too difficult to do, or maybe even impossible. But then we have some information that comes out, a doctor's report or, you know, DNA, and it's making things more complicated because now we know somebody's not related. This is the Tarot of the Cat People. It's true. What else do we have? Seven of Wands in the reverse. The Hanged Man. King of Swords in the reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles. So we were stuck in a difficult situation. The Seven of Wands is like, this is not the right time for this, or I did not anticipate this potential like consequence. So that being said, it's still a blessing, right? It's still an adorable little baby. But I think it is rehomed. I think there is another couple that adopts this baby, or there is like a family member who claims it as their own. I just have to say, look at what an absolute unit that cat is. Oh, goodness. We got the Chariot, the Page of Cups, the Devil in the reverse, and the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So this is like the fast forwarding. Like, okay, things get settled, they work out a deal, they figure out a way forward, and some sort of illusion is created. This isn't your father or this isn't your mother. This is. Because we don't want you to be at a disadvantage, or, you know, that person isn't ready to do that thing. So, you know, we'll set it up this way. Hello, Amber. How are you doing? I'm glad to hear that, Valen. That's such a great name, James. That's perfect. So we have unconditional, genuine, certain love, and searching online info, or looking for info and records. I think this is Ancestry.com. I think we have someone who was raised by a very loving set of parents, but a little hiccup or a little information is surprisingly alerting this person to the fact that whoever they think is their parents is not. Ascension. I don't normally see it this way, but I see that as someone passed away. And I feel like because someone passed away, there's access to information, or maybe even access to like journals, maybe. There's something here where it's like, okay, well, after a period of time, all of a sudden now it seems like it's a little bit easier for us to figure out what the real story is, right? Now I can figure out what actually happened in the past. And I think it gets a little bit, it's like a little bit of an obsession for someone. Okay, so this is a mystery and I've got to solve it. Hey, Amber, that's not a dumb question, but yes, I would say reading the general energy. If you've just joined, we've got a family secret coming out, and it does look like this has to do with who the actual parents are, or perhaps who the actual father is for a child. And I think once there is a little bit of a hint that something different actually happened than what was relayed to this person, it becomes really difficult to focus on other things. Like, I need to solve this mystery. Apparently my parents aren't my parents, and I want to know what happened. I want to know the circumstances that surrounded that decision, or why nobody ever told me what was going on. Understandably so. If you find out today that what you thought was, you know, your parents or your childhood wasn't really, or if you found that someone else might have actually been your parent, I think you'd have some questions. Excuse me. I'm gonna need a lot more detail, please. That's what's going on here. Someone's like, whoa. Okay, so you're telling me that it's impossible for this person to be my parent. I guess I need to do a little bit of research. I guess I need to ask my family. I guess I need to maybe even do that subscription thing, right? Let's get a few from the Noisy Tarot, shall we? Hello, Ryder. How are you doing? Four of Wands. The Moon. And the Devil. That's that obsessive energy. So I think we have someone who ends up getting rather obsessed with figuring out the actual story that happened. So I know my memories. I know who I was told my parents are. I know, you know, where I grew up. But now I've found some, maybe it's related to a medical event, right? Now I found out that I'm not actually related to them. Now I am just completely focused on finding out all the other details that associate with that story, like finding out why things happened the way that they did, or who, right? You too, Ryder. What else? Four of Cups in the reverse. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Wands. And the Five of Cups. Curiosity. All right, now I feel like I need to take a road trip. Now I need to like talk to my Aunt Matilda and see what else she knows. Now I want to go introduce myself to this person who could potentially be my half brother, you know? We've got all of this information or this like question mark causing a bit of a disturbance, right? Now I feel like I need to put other things on hold and really figure out what it was from the past that happened. And I do think we also have somebody here who could be frustrated. This might not be for all of you, right? If this reading resonates for you, I do think that for some of you, this is you find out who your real father or parents were after one of them passes away. Maybe there's an inheritance. Maybe there's someone who notifies you. But I feel like there is this, like, I miss out on a connection. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing today? Page of Pentacles in the reverse. The Chariot. And the Hanged Man in the reverse. Yeah, I think we're talking about an adoption here, or another couple stepping up to take care of or, you know, claim the child. And I do feel like the child gets you know, is put in a loving home. I don't feel like this is a sob story so much. It's just that when I get to that point, this child, and they realize that they don't have the truth about who their parents are, then it starts to really like kind of get under their skin. So we have someone who's feeling overwhelmed or feeling like they really need to do something here to figure out what really happened. A little bit obsessed with it. Let's see. This is the untold messages of the heart. What else do we have? I want to get away from the burdens I have to deal with, but I'm stuck right now. In the very near future. Feeling trapped pushes me away. Please give me some space. Then we have no. I do feel like for some of you, this is a person who did not want to be found. A father or a mother who did not want to be contacted. So much has happened between us in the past. Can we work through it again? This feels to me like the guilt. Like, I know there's a possibility that we could salvage the relationship, or we could get to know each other better, or maybe you would be able to understand why I did what I did. But this feels to me more so like someone saying, I don't feel like you're ever gonna forgive me, so like, why would I sign up for that awkwardness? You know? Hello, Rachel. What's up? Oops. We are at almost 28 minutes, and Rachel, we're looking at reading about someone who is realizing that they were not told the truth about who their parents are. So this would have been, you know, drama or a family secret from a long time ago, possibly decades before. But there's information that's coming out, possibly due to someone who's passed away or like a DNA test. And it is intense. We have, I'm telling you the truth. You can trust my words. I think this is when somebody finally says, okay, so here's what happened all those years ago. Nobody really wanted to tell you, but I think you deserve to know. And then we have, the feelings I have for you overwhelm me, so I run away to process them. Now, most of the time when I see this card, those feelings are romantic feelings, but I think this is somebody who feels a love for their child that they had to give away or that they had to walk away from. It's too much, and thinking about talking to you or thinking about getting to know you, it makes me feel guilty, but it's also like too much anxiety. I'm staying away from you because the last thing that I want to do is hurt you. What if you have these grand expectations? What if I'm a disappointment to you? What if I ruin the relationship that you have with your adoptive parents? I do feel like we have somebody here who's like, I don't know, man, this just sounds like real messy. You've been thinking about me because I've been thinking about you. We're connecting. I'm trying to make a very difficult decision, and it involves you. I think we have someone who finally admits. I think they write a letter. I think they say, okay, so I'm going to be honest. I haven't wanted to let you know, but I'm actually your father, or I am actually your mother. And here's what happened all those years ago when we didn't feel like we could actually be responsible for you, right? Hello, Third Eye. How are you doing? Aw, thank you, Rachel. You know what? That's so weird, Ryder. You're referencing Da Vinci, right? Da Vinci Code? I was just watching, I think it was in Medium, you know, the show with Patricia Arquette, and they just referenced, it's not as clear as the Da Vinci Code, but that's okay. So that could be helpful or important for someone. Where are we at? 30 minutes? This is the Kipper. Let's see what else we've got for you. Hello, Ronnie. How's your day? Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Balin. If Keanu Reeves comes for my wife, I'm so screwed. Oh, so both of you then, huh? Don't be mad at me. I just really like making funnies, okay? But you literally said if Keanu comes for your wife, so you know. The joke told itself. It's right there. Oh, and Lemonade busted too. Sorry, I love you, Third Eye. Don't be mad at me. We have Distant Horizons. Pathway. And expectation. If this younger couple is responsible for that child, it would set them back, or they don't know how to do it. They don't have the finances to be able to care for this child. So it would be better if someone else adopted that child or someone else cared for that child. And then with expectation, I feel like this is the parent, mother or father, maybe both, sitting there wondering what's going on with that child. Are you ever going to seek me out? Are you ever going to figure out that, you know, I'm actually your mom or I'm actually your dad? Or are you going to be all set and completely fine just dealing with the new family that you have? Will you just forget about me, you know? We have toil and labor and son will. I think this is someone who gets an inheritance. Nobody told you. It was kept secret. But I think there is information coming through, or maybe it's even just you get to have this car, or you get to inherit, you know, their house. But I feel like there's someone who has had a relatively honest or simple life. I do think that they work diligently, or maybe even work 2 jobs, but they go from kind of just barely making it work to finances are much better. And it's because there's someone here who has passed away that is related to this person, and they didn't even know this person was related to them. But it's like, I want to take care of this child. I want this child to be set up, you know? Hello, Drew. Oh, I certainly hope so. Yeah, unfortunately, I would say that a lot of the times the readings that I do have to deal with somebody who made things more complicated than it really needed to be, right? Ronnie says those are my nicknames, Toil and Labor. All right, where are we at? We're at 34 minutes. We're just gonna pull a few from the Zodiac fortune telling cards, and then we're diving into personal readings, okay, y'all? Yeah, I feel bad for anyone who's still got to deal with snow right now, but having lived in Minneapolis a long time ago, yeah, I mean, there were years where we got snow in May, and I even remember one year, I think it snowed on June 5th, and I was like, really? I will fight you. Like, what are you doing to me? We're supposed to be seeing flowers and stuff. I should be able to work on my tan. It is June. But I don't have to deal with that down here, so. You are going to move to a new house. Do not give up hope. Some of you may literally be inheriting a property. Some of you are getting a little influx of money, and it's from a relative you really did not realize that you had. Success is in store for you. Lemonade, totally accurate. Would do that for sure. A snow tan? No, I am not Anne Margaret and Grumpier Old Men. Your wisdom will be more appreciated later. What the hell does that mean? Oh, it's okay, honey. You be as dumb as you want right now. You just gotta be smart in like 3 weeks, okay? Can you work on that for me? Like, what? Look, this is saying chill out for a little bit. You don't need to be like Inspector Gadget or Sherlock Holmes here. Maybe that's what we got going on. But for others of you, this is saying when things get more complex, because I don't know, maybe you inherit like $100,000, you're going to want to make sure that you are working with people that know how to help you manage that, right? Or navigate that. A family grief. I think someone's passing away, and when they pass away, a family secret comes out. I do feel like someone's inheriting some money, and it makes it more clear what the actual genealogy or who the actual parents were. And that could be just a little bit of a scandal, don't you know? All right. Let us see what we have for Balin. You're welcome, Third Eye. What do we have for Balin? The Lovers. 3 of Swords. 8 of Pentacles. Stars in the reverse. Balin, I see someone who has broken your heart. I don't feel like this was super recent. Or this is someone who broke your heart first a long time ago, even if they did break your heart recently. But this is someone who continues to avoid their healing or, you know, the therapy that they need to process. There's instability, and I feel like this individual is just kind of like guarding it. Like, oh yeah, I kind of like it. That works out for me just fine. 2 of Pentacles. There's been opportunities, or it's like an invitation from the universe. Like, hey, I know you got a lot of chaos and drama going on, but you want it to be like just a little bit easier for you? No? Oh, you like the drama. So there's someone who has chosen to remain in a more difficult situation. Thrives maybe on the toxicity or enjoys the entertainment value of drama. And this is someone who has consistently had financial issues or felt ostracized or like an outsider. The problem is we have somebody here who is not going to be making any substantive changes that helps reduce the toxicity or the drama that they deal with. If you want this person in your life, you're basically signing up to be best friends with a tornado or a hurricane. They're not looking to be like, oh, look at this little rough edge. I guess I'm going to sand it down a little bit so I can be a cool person. Oh, look at that. I suck at accountability. Maybe I should work on that so that people actually feel like they can trust me. No. Self-monitoring, self-awareness, or like working on those fallbacks or those issues, it's not a priority for this person. So I feel like you're seeing signs or being advised to let go of this person, or know that if they come back around, they're just going to repeat the same cycle. Because we started with the Lovers, so I feel like this is a choice. I feel like this person has been quiet or has been kind of at a distance, and now they're going to be coming back around, and you need to just be like, nope. Nope, get out of my life. So we've got the Ace of Cups, Empress in the reverse and the Page of Swords. Because you know this person causes chaos wherever they go. This Ace of Cups is your love and respect for yourself. And I want that to be the star of your show. Empress in the reverse, hinting at how this person could keep you blocked from what you're supposed to do. They would be a distraction, or maybe even like drain your energy or your resources. You don't need anybody like that. Raise your hand if you need somebody to help you spend your money. I don't see anyone out there. This person can just like find something else to do. You deserve better. Hello, Key Controller. How are we doing? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Ronnie. Oh, I'm sorry, Key Controller. So Key Controller, then, let me just tell you, I will probably be back for another reading. Probably. Sometimes I break my promises like that if I end up having a little bit too much fun, like going on a walk, or maybe I like started a painting and I'm like, sorry guys, can't do it. I got paint on my face. But I will probably be back in a couple hours. I kind of like doing 3 a day, as you probably know, and I think I can actually do one like late afternoon or even like dinner time. So I'm gonna shoot for that time. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Hey, Tite. Why are you asking me that? Why should that matter? Do you have strong feelings? Anyways, I love you all. That makes funny. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles. Actually, I'm undoing the ending. Tite, just stop being racist, please. Okay? All right, now I'm going to end the reading.